Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I have finally seen Dune Part D. Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good night out there. I don't know. I am such a silly little bird. Anyway, as you can no doubt tell, I have now seen Dune Part 2 twice as a matter of fact, and here are my quick non-spoiler thoughts. Let's do that right now. Sit. Why don't you just take a seat? Why won't you? You might remember that I did the recap video, and I did really enjoy the first Dune when I saw it a couple years ago, and I saw it again leading up to Part 2. I really did enjoy it quite a bit, and I'm not a massive fan of the property. I never read the books, but I was definitely looking forward to Dune Part 2. I'm a really big fan of Denis Villenueve, and hearing all the good buzz, and duh. I mean, just to get it out right out there, it is fantastic. It's just, it is fantastic. I would say I did like it more than the first movie. Not without its problems, certainly, but I definitely did think that it was a stellar sequel and it is a great sci-fi epic that if you are a fan of just massive sci-fi stories with this type of scale, chances are you've already seen it. But this is absolutely going to appeal to massive fans of hardcore sci-fi fantasy. It is basically the exact midway point between Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, and to me, it really leans in on the Lord of the Rings tone and the feel. The Denis Villeneuve obviously did a masterful job at directing this film. The cinematography by Greg Fraser, chef's kiss as always. I think Dune cinematography and the way these movies look has always been one of my favorite parts. A large part is that to Greg Fraser and the production design team, the VFX. Outstanding job. Once again, another outstanding job to Hans Zimmer on such an outstanding score. Just Hans Zimmer has had such a legendary career, and he really is just he's captured this world in the same magic that scores like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or Star Wars have done. It is like that level of score, and Part 2 continues that so well. The sound design is also incredible, and of course the performances are really good across the board. I would say I probably thought the performances here were even stronger, particularly with Timothée Chalamet. He goes even deeper into Paul Atreides. That sounded better in my head. And all the better for it. He is fantastic here. He genuinely is. I think people always forget that he's such a big movie star now, that people forget that he is a great actor. And same with the rest of the cast. Zendaya is awesome. Christopher Walken is back on screen, baby. And he's awesome as the Emperor. Austin Butler was amazing in this. I was not expecting him. A lot of the other actors I was expecting to be good. Javier Bardem, of course, he's fantastic. Josh Brolin, etc. But Austin Butler really was one of the standouts here. Just scary. His performance was absolutely terrifying. The arena scene, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil too much. It's just it is absolutely insane visually. And just his performance there is amazing. Stellan Skarsgård as well is excellent. We got Flo. She's great. Lea Seydoux. A very brief cameo appearance by an actor in one scene that I will not spoil, even if you've probably heard about it. But she's great too. Great performances across the board. For my brief nitpicks and issues with the movie, I thought that Timothy and Zendaya's chemistry was outstanding. I thought maybe we could have gotten a little bit more development with their relationship. I thought that would have been, I think it goes a little bit too quickly, from not lovers to lovers, basically. So I think that could have used a little bit more time. And although I understand it for the story, I think I did like Rebecca Ferguson's character a little bit less here. Not necessarily her performance. She's still fantastic. I love her so much as an actress. But I guess I was not as big on her character's role here being without saying too much, kind of a little bit more of the crazy, like, spirit lady, for lack of a better word. But I mean, it definitely still does, like, it does have its place in the story. So it's like, I do understand why it's there. Maybe it'll grow on me over time. And it is a movie that you genuinely do get a lot on multiple viewings, having seen it twice. First time in Dolby, second time in IMAX. It is fantastic in big screen formats. If you can see it on the biggest screen possible, do see it on the biggest screen possible. It is genuinely worth it. Absolutely. It is, they show it in all the marketing, and for good reason. This is a movie to see on the biggest screen possible. And even if not, Dune Part 2 is absolutely worth it. If you don't think you'd be into, like, massive sci-fi epics, then yeah, obviously don't go see it. But if like any of the things that sounded appealing to you, I would give Dune Part 2 a wholehearted recommendation. A strong rating wise, I'd say strong 9 out of 10. And I really did like it a lot. Love? Ooh, that's tricky. I really enjoyed the ever-living crap out of this movie. Dune Part 2 was a great follow-up. As someone who hasn't read the books, I didn't feel lost, surprisingly. And it went to places that... It did go to places that I wasn't expecting, and which is always something you want to see from a great sequel. I just wanted to say, give another thank you to the Warner Brothers Campus Program for providing me with the opportunity to do the recap video and to, kind of have this be in tandem. I was probably going to do something anyway, but they wanted to see if they were like, are you doing a reaction video? I was like, yeah. Thank you again for the swag and for some of the free tickets. Me and my brother appreciated it. And yeah, somewhat sponsored, kind of, sort of, even if I was not in tandem with the Warner Brothers Campus Program, genuinely, go see Dune Part 2. It's in theaters now, and right now, in all the big formats. It's in theaters everywhere. Go check it out. Yeah. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Aren't you forgetting something?
No, I think, yeah, you're right. But what am I forgetting?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
This.
As written. Lisan al-Gaib. Lisan al-Gaib.
Lisan al-Gaib.
Lisan al-Gaib. Lisan al-Gaib.
Lisan al-Gaib.
Lisan al-Gaib.